Hi, welcome to SVR Videos. This is the Pete's Premium Parlay Show for NFL Week 11. I'm Peter Loshak. I think I got a pretty solid parlay this week. I got 4 legs. I'm going to do a round robin of 3s and 4s. So it's going to be one of these parlays where if all 4 sides hit, it'll be a nice payday. And if just 3 of the legs hit, it'll still pay a little bit. All right, NFL Week 11. Interesting games and sharp stuff from Brent. Maybe the most interesting game of the week is Seattle KC, right? I previewed this game with 2 guys, Troy West and Tony George, both excellent NFL handicappers. Troy West said he liked KC when I previewed with him, it was -2. Tony George said he liked KC. When I previewed with him, it was -1. Then I talked to Brent from BetDSI, couple of guys on Seattle. Unbelievable. They took +2.5, +2. They took the money line at +125. So I'm scratching my head here. I was thinking KC, Seattle's been very overvalued this year. They lost 4 in a row against the spread, and then last week they covered against the Giants, who suck. They were at home, and they were still. It was still a game that was neck and neck late. It was just in the fourth quarter when Seattle pulled away. So Seattle's definitely showing all kinds of problems against the spread. So I was agreeing with Troy and Tony George. Brent tells me, though, that the Sharps came in on Seattle. So I was actually thinking about including KC until Brent told me what he told me. Not that, I went against the Sharps when they all loved Miami last week. That turned out, and I took Detroit. That turned out to be my only winner that week. But I'm going to pass on the game officially for the purpose of this video. Take that for what it's worth. Sharps came in on Seattle. And then another one, similar game, Giants and San Francisco, right? Previewed the game with Sean Higgs. He likes the Giants. Previewed the game with Troy West. He likes San Francisco. A lot of people were wondering what the action report would be on this one. And yes, public came in, of course, on San Francisco. They're big on San Francisco. Sharps did come in on the Giants, +4.5. So that's an interesting one. I bet the Giants a little bit. I think I'm going to keep my bet, but I'm not going to include it in this parlay. And also, Brent told me that the Sharps came in on Detroit +2 and money line +110. That's interesting there. Detroit supposedly a sharp side this week, and then the Monday night game, Public and Sharps both on Pitt. So, I'm still watching and waiting with regard to that game. Definitely, Tennessee has some major issues on offense. Not sure if Mettenberger has any weapons to work with. We've gotten some interesting comments on that game on our YouTube channel, but I'm going to pass on that one for now for the purpose of this video. But Sharps definitely came in on Pittsburgh, and the public did as well. All right, let's get to the 4 legs of the parlay for this week, NFL Week 11. The first one, I'm not sure how great of a play this is, but I'm going to take a shot with Houston. Right now, they are +3.5, -115 at BetDSI. Cleveland, very impressive team. They're getting it mostly done this year, 5-2-2 against the spread. Had some issues on the offensive line with injuries. They could easily cover this one, but Houston off the bye. Hopefully they can, make some improvements with Mallett at quarterback. They're definitely going to need to protect him for sure. They didn't really protect Fitzgerald well at all, but I can see this one easily going down to the wire, being decided by a 1, 2, or even 3 points, even an OT game where Cleveland wins by a field goal or something like that. So throwing it all together, all things considered, not a huge play. Could see it losing, but I'm going to take a shot with Houston +3.5, -115. Then the next one, I'm going to take a shot with Chicago. Right now, they're -3, -105. I'm going to take the money line at -150. It's an interesting matchup, interesting situation. Chicago, of course, giving up 50 points in 2 straight games. Previewed the game with 2 different guys that I respect, Al McMorty and IlluminatiSports.ca. Both of them said they liked Chicago -3. Both of them gave their reasons. I can certainly understand why this would be. Hopefully, Chicago will, be able to make major improvement, at least for this week, on defense. And hopefully Jay Cutler will not S the bed in one way or another. Hopefully he will be able to, prevent himself from doing that for all 4 quarters. Minnesota can be a dangerous team. Bridgewater can be excellent at times. They are coming off a bye, but I'm going to tail, if both Al and IlluminatiSports.ca liked it, they gave their reasons. Both of them have winning records in the NFL long-term and this year in our video, so I'll tell them. What the hell? Chicago, money line, -150. Next one, another interesting one. I previewed Carolina and Atlanta with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, and he said he liked the under at 47. And the more I thought about it and looked into it, the more I'm thinking that I'm agreeing with them. Atlanta, 5 straight unders for Atlanta. And, Carolina's gone under in 2 of the last 3 games. Cam Newton looking very, very iffy offensively there. And 47 is kind of a high total. If this was like 45, 45 and a half, I probably would pass on the under here. But at 47, seeing as how the condition of both these teams right now, and Cam Newton, and what Atlanta has done in recent games, I think I'm agreeing with Joe Duffy here. It's going to be a tale of Joe Duffy's pick on this one, under 47. But I looked into it again further, and I'm liking it as well. So that's my third leg of the parlay: Carolina, Atlanta, under 47. And then the fourth leg, a little risky. Basically just my own handicapping here. I could be completely off on this one. I'm going to take a shot with Tampa Bay plus 7.5 minus 115. Tampa Bay, all kinds of problems, right? They have a shaky offensive line, no pass rush to speak of, what they've shown, on the field. But Washington are not world beaters, and Tampa Bay should have more success on offense with their receivers in this one. Hopefully, quarterback was crying after the loss last week. He was crying. So, does that mean they're going to lay down or find a way to get it together to stay within a touchdown? I'll take it. Tampa Bay plus 7.5 minus 115. So that's the fourth leg of the parlay, and those are the 4 legs. Houston plus 3.5 minus 115. Chicago money line minus 150. Carolina under 47. Tampa Bay plus 7.5 minus 115. That's a 4-teamer going to round robins of 3s and 4s, $20 base, $100 to win 6, 10, 34, and if 3 wins, it still wins a little bit. So that's the Pete's parlay for NFL Week 11.